Hey, what's up, guys? Soulful music. First, confirm you can hear audio, visual, dogs, delay. Whoa, easy clap. Easy, come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. 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 Confirm. Thank you, Joaquin Solis. Just looking for a little casual conversation to get me in the right mindset before the main event tomorrow. Shout out to Sky Dizzle, Kyle Magnuson, Jonathan Price, Brian Massman, James Winters, Eric Honda. Thanks for the good lucks. I will be needing them. Bluffs haven't been working. Maybe I should quit bluffing. Yeah. Dogs are good. I did have a pass to go to the upswing party, but I was busy losing mini tournaments on that day. Spoiler alert. About 10 days, 2 weeks behind in the vlog content. No time to edit them and do all the hand breakdowns. So we're going to have a lot of material going into July. I hope you guys don't mind the wait. Thank you, Logan. That was a fun Poker News interview. That chick was attractive. Was a little nervous at first, I guess. A little tilted if you could pick that up, because I just busted the 888 after having a huge stack for day 2. Another spoiler alert. But yeah, it was fun. She didn't even know who I was. She was just standing there doing nothing. And I said, hey, you want to do an interview? And she's like, yeah, who are you? Had to let her know, and took it from there. The only thing I regret from the interview was not mentioning the Las Vegas boxer rescue when she asked me what got me into vlogging, because that was really the main reason. Because I would just promote the dogs on Instagram nonstop, and I don't think anybody ever gave money, even though I put up good pics of them playing at the park and stuff. Thank you, Thomas. I've seen you in the chat. O'Toole the third. Shout out to Holland, Chris Cash. Dogs are great. Thank you, Bag Lunk Jones. Appreciate the kind words. Trying my best with no editing equipment, just an iPhone, a desire to win an MTT, and the iMovie app. That's it. I wish they were 4K. I wish I had drones. I wish I knew how to use proper audio editing techniques, but yeah, this is what I'm working with. Bag and tag day 5. I like where this is going. Brad Owen's a nice guy. I've met him many times. We might have a 0.5% swap in the main. I might have had 1% of him in the monster stack. So we're cordial. Yeah, final table would be nice. What's up, Ricardo? Thanks for that ticket. Did not profit from it, but yeah, very nice gesture. I appreciated it and played it to its fullest. Shout out to ACR. Yep. That's one word to describe my poker career. Shout out to Detroit-ish, suburbs, repping Detroit, but you live 20 miles away. Yeah, I know how that goes. I hope to abuse the Rex. Problem is they call a lot when I don't have it, and I don't have it often enough. So that's that. Yep, day 1A of the main event is going on. Looking to win a satellite on WSOP in 1 hour. They have a $200 25-seat giveaway. So probably going to be cutting this short to focus on that. Shout out to Green Valley. Love Whole Foods in Green Valley. Bag and Tag. Not familiar with Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel, but maybe I have to check it out. Is it about dogs? Hello from Israel. I got a little problem with Israel. Got a couple Israeli guys were at my table in the marathon, and I asked them not to speak whatever language that is. And they said, they gave me the normal attitude, how dare you tell us we can't speak our native language. And it seemed cool about it. And then 10 minutes later, they just started going 100 times fast forward their language in between every hand and just tried to not let it tilt me. Hebrew, is that what they speak? I don't know. I don't understand it. I do understand some French. So if a Frenchman starts speaking about baguettes and crepes and shit, I know what's going on. And I'll often interject and troll them and say, donne-moi une crepe, por favor. Hit them with a couple different languages. Strategy change from the main. Yeah, it's going to be real deep stacked. A lot of elite pros, a lot of low-level wrecks that satellited in from all over the country. So you just have to adjust your opponent and think about what they're thinking about. Tighten up. Yeah, I probably should tighten up, but it's tough. I don't like checking back 10 high sometimes. If I can bet the pot and they're going to fold 33% of the time, that's profitable. And that's what it comes down to. Biden, we got some viewers. We got some. Hi, come here. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Keep the questions coming. I appreciate the interaction. Feel free to comment and critique my evolution of YouTube videos because, it's all for you guys. I've had some, promotional opportunities in the past, but I put in all that effort to, give you free entertainment, show you what it's like to have a raw, unedited, uncut version of what it's like to be a professional tournament player in Las Vegas. Yes, I know I have a monotone voice. It's not that I'm dead inside. I'm just not going to fake it and be overexcited and try to hit the high notes. Hey, guys. What's up, guys? No, shit ain't going to go down. I'm going to be real. Can't be fronting. Let's see some comments. Yep, follow vid after the King 8 bubble call is next. I just got to put in some hand analysis and edit in a good soundtrack, and that should be up hopefully tomorrow, but depends what I got to do tonight. Yeah, sold a little bit of the main. Got a lot of 1% swaps with a lot of top pros just to iron out the variance, and if I happen to lose, at least I got small sweat of breaking even if they win $1 million. Wait, 1%? Yeah. Whatever. It's always good to have extra sweats. Sid Vicious finishing. No, they're all in order. If I bag and tag, the next day is going to be day 2. There is no bag and tag possible in the latest win video because it's a one-day event and it could go very late. I know you can't crash in my chair, but it is very comfortable. I recommend it at the Lazy Boy store. The price has gone up over the years. Got it for $1,000. I think it's about $2,000 now with all the bells and whistles. The swivel. The zero gravity recline. I think it's called the Gibson Lazy Boy. Fife is correct. Playing tight is boring, especially if you're just blinding out. Annies are eating you up. You're watching everybody else win pots. You're asking for change. every 5 hands because your chips can't even be broken down into antes. Pretty humiliating. I'd rather have a mountain of chips and just keep accumulating, keeping the pressure on. Shout out to Scotland. Natasha, is that really a girl? We need some confirmations. 3% female audience. I do like the name Natasha. Seth wants to know how many big blinds you start with. 50,000 ships, 75, 150. So 325 big blinds, something like that. How much have I invested, win-loss? Don't know. I do all the accounting at the end of the summer. I haven't run out of money yet, so that's a good thing. Thanks for the compliment, Cool Drummer. Did you win the last poker tournament? Part 2 will be released hopefully tomorrow. Still got a lot of editing to do. Let's see. All right, a lot of comments, over 100 viewers. Good stuff. Yes, check out the first vids. That was quite the run I was on. Didn't post day 3 yet. Rarely play live cash. No jack. No such thing. Yeah, you know, I gotta mix it up. Shout out to Cyrus. Oh, it's a person, not Cyprus? Okay. Yeah, I guess I would cash more if I stopped bluffing bad players. I've been thinking a lot about this, and you regret it when they call, and you think, oh, I probably shouldn't have bluffed. But then I think you regret it more when you check back 9 high and they show queen high, and you're just like, why didn't I just go for it? In MTTs, I'd much rather have a piece of a player that's fearless and can go for it in a lot of situations than a player that's timid. At least I know that person is capable of pulling the trigger in a lot of tough spots where they're going to look stupid, where a tight player doesn't even have that possibility. So sometimes the aggressive player may spew or punt, which I've been known to do when they call me. In the long run, you want the fearless, aggressive player. Dat Ain't Chowda says, thoughts on Kara, DW, and Maria commentary. Not sure what you're talking about, but if that's Kara Scott, David Williams, and Maria Ho commentary. Oh, is that on Poker Go right now? I'm not watching it. But Kara seems really nice. Maria, and D-Dub. Well, you guys can search the internet for what you need to know about D-Dub. Carl asks, what's your best cash? 50, 60,000. German bed. Seth asked if I played the main event before. I'm guessing 10 to 12 times, but you wouldn't know because I've never cashed. So maybe I'm just a bad reg. Thanks, Ricky. Eating well might be one of my biggest financial leaks. I enjoy expensive foods that are delicious and somewhat healthy. Mark wants to know best all-you-can-eat sushi. I've been going to Goemon for quite some time, always happy. But I always eat too much and feel crappy afterwards. Goyemon. There's other ones, Kabuto. You could just look on Yelp. Yimmy Yammer asks if I'm playing tourneys forever. If not, what's next? I mean, hopefully not. I've always said if I get a huge tournament score, I'll just quit cold turkey because that's the best way to get out, because you can never really experience that much joy again. And you're just fooling yourself if you do. So you can just get to the top of the mountain and not have to experience the fall down. Similar to, say, a first bite of cheesecake or creme brulee for dessert. The first bite's always the best. And then each bite's still good, but after that, it's better just to cut your losses once you win a big tournament. Stiv says, dude, I remember you. From where? Have we met? Jesse wants to know how long I've lived in Vegas. 10, 12 years. When I get the chip lead, don't pick spots where you don't have to get lucky. No flipping. Well, to get the chip lead, you kind of have to gamble. You can't just wait for aces versus kings, set over set. You're just going to blind out. You're just going to blind out. That's playing the lotto. You think I'm gambling now? Try folding for an hour straight. See how much of a lotto that is. Should be on time for the main. Hopefully playing 1B. Since it should be 9-handed and 1C's allegedly 10-handed. Thanks for the compliment, unknown man. Don't drink much, but if I do, it would be a throwback to Tupac, Alizé Red Passion, or some red wine. Funny, Dan ain't chowda. 1999 world champion. I think I got him beat. He got in trouble for cheating in Magic. I did not. Ebony's a real nice girl, but I'm pretty much off the market as of right now. Too much other stuff going on. Beef. That's a good question. I think it's just a low-hanging fruit to pick on, and he's done some people wrong in the past, and I don't like shady people, so I'm all about calling out shady people. Jack V asks, female poker pro you would like to hang out with? There's a lot of them. Not going to give them. Well, should I give them a shout out? I mean, it's they get such demand. It'd be like 100 guys in a strip club. Stiv, if you know him, I definitely know you. How do I know you, Stiv? Please comment. And that's a good question because I haven't talked to him in years. Where was I going? Okay, so you got 100 dudes at a strip club and there's one stripper. Even if she's a 5, all of a sudden, supply and demand, she becomes an 8 or a 9. Same thing with women in the poker world. The few decent looking ones become much hotter just based on the environment that they're in. There are some cute ones that I wouldn't mind, having a good time with, but there's just too much competition and probably just asking for trouble. Korean barbecue. There's a lot of good ones. I've only been to one. Mans is in town. Sorry, just catching up on the comments here. No giveaway. I could do a giveaway in theory, but I don't think the promotion would be worth it. I was thinking about giving away 1% of my main to someone in this chat, but how would I really pick without people getting mad? I am thinking about doing boys. Yuki, come here. Hey, calm down. Yuki. I was thinking about doing a vlog scavenger hunt in the future after the main on some upcoming tournaments where I'm going to give away a percentage of X tournament if you can find like 5 hidden Easter eggs in my previous vlogs. First one to do that. I think that'd be exciting. One of the questions would be like, name 5 porn stars that said watch Jeff Boski on YouTube. What's my favorite meal? Or what do I have as a side dish when I went to X restaurant? I don't know. Some sort of scavenger hunt through the vlogs could be beneficial, could be a fun little game, and get more views to old videos. Tell me what you think. Stiv Gustav. Yeah, it's catching up. Iceman's already taken by a guy on Twitter, African American gentleman. Check him out on Twitter. He's Iceman Nightlife. Pretty funny tweets. Yeah, Negranu's vlog, Michael Garza. I mean, he's got 4 guys working for him. I'm a one-man show trying to make a living, take care of some dogs, drive to the strip, and play tournaments for 12 hours a day. Seth wants to know if I save for retirement. Yeah, I don't go broke. That's my retirement. Chick in the purple shirt. You can figure that one out. She seems nice enough. She was just really off that day and super annoying, so I don't want to throw her under the bus. Yeah, I already commented in one of the Ground News videos. Ricky Barreno, whatever, that he keeps using my bag and tag punchline, stealing my shit, but he contends that it was it's been a term for a long time, but whatever. So some of his fanboys tried to attack me on there. Wow, a lot of comments. Keep them coming. Just trying to catch up with all of them, trying to answer all the pertinent ones. Rex in the chat. Yep. If I make a good call, it's a good call. If I make a bad call, it's a bad call. I have 2 dogs. East Coast rapper favorite. Not sure. Check my vlogs. I don't really put up rappers that I don't like. Andrea, yeah. Let me see the vlog Excel file with some analysis. Go to my website, jeffboski.com. There's a contact me form. Fill that out with your email, and you can send an email to my private Jeff Boski address. I'd love to see some numbers. Seth wants to know how I invest outside of poker. Oh, I'm diversified, to say the least. Wouldn't keep much money in banks if I were you. Inflation takes 2% of your money away every year. That's not a good investment. What's for dinner tonight? Stiv, how do you know Bates? And where is he? Last I know, Ohio. Good buddy of mine. Wish we could reconnect. Does his phone number still work? Sunflower's our boss. That's correct, Wendell. Rarely drink. Why did I quit the Boski breakdown? I mean, I guess I could say it, but it's the same shit. Sometimes I go over the hands at the tournament. Sometimes I'm too tilted or just too busy to run them by on break. There's no hope with dope. Story of Sluzinski versus Boski. Boski's a nickname. Sluzinski might be my real name. Good luck, Zach. 1%, please. I'm not sure about that bluffing advice. 2 dogs. Yeah, they get excited. Sounds like fun, Stiv. Sounds like you got a great place to make profits and enjoy the open countryside. I'm sure my dogs would love it. If I'm ever in that part of town, I'll hit you up. Maybe on a road trip. Keep in touch. I'll be going to Stone's Gambling Hall July 26th. I don't know if that's anywhere close to you in California. I think it's by Sacramento. Nope, you don't get 1% of my dog. Nope, I'm not colluding with Trooper. I don't know those adult entertainers personally. I just met them at the AVN Awards, and Jessie Jane was nice enough to send me a video of her giving a shout out to Jeff Bowski. Favorite Grand Lux meal? Gonna be, wow, that's correct. It is the jambalaya. It could be a good question. Dad ain't shouted. Seth hating on porn. Okay, that's weird. Asparagus, yeah, you know, goes good with the steak. Yep, Full Tilt was disappointing. See that scumbag Jesus around all the time. He might be featured in an upcoming video with me hunting him down in the parking lot. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Ricky Moreno, if Molly wanted a bit of Boski, would you feed her? I'm not sure what that means, but if she's got crazy eyes, I don't want nothing to do with her because the eyes are the gateway to the soul, and yeah, they tell a lot. I'm way better at reading people in real life than at the poker table. I'll tell you that. I can tell if they're humble, shady, innocent, guilty. Oh, Steve, yeah. I've got a friend request on Facebook, Thunder Valley. I might go there for their main event next year. Net worth about 350. Molly and Kelly both. Kelly's Kelly. Nick Papa Giorgio. Molly and Kelly both. I like the name Kelly. Yep, that's good. Appreciate that you like the music. You usually need about 100 buy-ins to play tournaments to handle the swings. Helps to sell action or do some swaps with other good pros. Yeah, that unfortunately the zipper hoodie in the store only comes in a large, tall, custom sized for me. Wearing it right now. Hashtag bag and tag. Very comfortable. Wearing it to tournaments. Good lining. Fits good. Being 6'4", it's tough to find ones that are long enough and ones with sleeves that don't ride up like this. But this one is good for the tables. Is the vlog going to hit the road this summer? Probably not. Too much traveling. Got dogs to take care of, and there's plenty of action in Las Vegas unless there's a good reason. Invest in SEP IRA. No stocks at the moment. Rank the Kardashians. They're all zeros. I might have some silver. Dogs. Natasha. Love that name. Shout out to Natasha. Where are you from? You ever in Vegas? Picks? ASL? Duke and Clyde are their names. Chicks in Vegas, easy. They all come with a price, you know. There's always variables to consider: cost, time, drama, history. Steve asked if I ever got a speeding ticket on the way to the strip. The answer is no. I did a ride along with the police 6 months ago and asked about 100 different questions. And their frequency of giving tickets on the freeway came up. And it turns out police in Vegas stay away from freeways as much as possible because they view it as the most dangerous way of transportation. For when they pull people over, they're most likely to get hit by passing cars and die. So they'd rather not give you a ticket on the freeway, allegedly. Pro tip. Yep, I'll call out anybody that deserves a call out, but I will not make fun of people that are disabled or, have just a shitty run of it in life. Yep, no reason to bitch, but I found a lot of my videos, my bus tournaments, I go on rants and they're negative, and I realize people don't like that. It seems like the viewers just like the hand breakdowns, and when I do well in tournaments, unfortunately, I can't control how well I do, but I can try to put more hand breakdowns for you guys. Interesting $8 million question. Probably be steak and lobster a lot, premium eating, maybe a vacation home, and a home with a lot of yard for my dogs to run around with and chase bunnies. I think that would be their vision of heaven. So yeah, let me win $8 million and I'll have a place in Hawaii and maybe some other island and a country home, maybe Colorado or something like that. Yeah, I do consume animals, but I think you need protein and stuff, and I try to get them as ethically as possible. Eggs and stuff. Sometimes it's gets to me. I care, but shit's delicious, and I need sustenance. And I'm not about to become a vegan anytime soon, but I really thought about that after the Shannon Elizabeth interview I did for PokerTube. Lucky Chewy, another great interview where we kind of discussed animal rights and why you should become a vegan or vegetarian. No, not backing anybody, Cyrus. Sorry. Real jambalaya, I don't know, man. It's tough to beat Grand Lux, chicken and or shrimp jambalaya. Don't travel much. How much cheddar do I have? About a half a pound in the fridge for Smith Getty. Zero shout outs for Stinky Frenchman. You got that right. Can't be a coincidence. Never made grilled cheese. Thank you. I am fearless, and that's a great quality to have. It's all about knowing when to pull the trigger and when not to. Some people can never pull the trigger because they don't want to have to complain to their wife or explain to their wife why they busted a tournament bluffing. Not much traveling. And that's funny, Reiki, like you could play the main. What's with all the enthusiasm? I don't know if you're trolling, but I'm excited to play the 10K main tomorrow after I win a seat on WSOP for $200 today. Yep, seen the weed stores, very professional, very clean, very high tech. It's like the future is here, like an episode of Black Mirror. No speeding tickets, not stanking anybody. Don't stuff my pants. What does that even mean? Radar detector doesn't stop all tickets, but it helps sometimes. Oh, Scotland, Natasha. Hey, hit me up on Facebook. Jeff Boski on Facebook. Natasha, maybe we can chat some more. Maybe I'll visit Scotland or something. I got people taking care of the dogs. I got a whole crew looking to ground you over here, production, assistant, cook, vet on calls. Come on. Yeah, we did. Facebook me your star's name, Stiv. Best day to play the main. I always used to play the last day because I had the biggest field, so it was allegedly the softest, but it was just more of a cluster to go to the bathroom breaks, and I've never really had great success on day 1C, and they're saying it's going to be 10-handed, so I got times on these. 12-hour flight. What WSOP event did I enjoy the least? In terms of quality, I mean, they're all different. Just I wish the dealers and the dailies were more well trained. So the venue I enjoyed the least was Planet Hollywood. Yeah, I've been known to knit it up. I once played for 2 hours in a wind tournament, and I didn't play one hand. Break to break, folded every hand. I was talking to Jakun on break, and I told him this, and he was just blown away. He's like, I didn't even think that was humanly possible. I could never do that. But yeah, sometimes you just get no spots. You just get nothing. Jack, what if you got 7 deuce every hand? At some point, where you be like, oh, here's a good spot to bluff, or you just fold 7 deuce every time. A lot of hands have the same value as 7 deuce. Jack deuce, 10-3. You know, these hands can happen. That's just variance. Opinion on Daniel Negreanu's game. I've only played with him a couple times. He soft played Maria Ho in a hand. That was pretty funny. Yeah, they had a thing in the past, I believe. I think he bought something for her, if you know what I'm saying. Allegedly. I've called the floor for body odor 3 separate events this summer and was on the verge at the win. 2 different guys, both had the same BO next to me. And it wasn't the dealer, it wasn't coming from anybody else. It was pretty nasty. Obese guys with clothes that they haven't washed in a month. They come to Vegas for a month and they just don't wash their clothes. They put them through maybe a 7-day rotation, but they're not going to smell any better. But yeah, there are ways to wash your clothes when you're on vacation for 6 weeks. Shout out to the Euros. Wait, just look there. There we go. Got dual monitors here. Got the chat. Got my replay camera, microphone. I like to reg on time unless other stuff's going on or I didn't get enough sleep. Next games, no. Yeah, don't say nice hand. Don't table tap when I lose a pot. Come on. I didn't play the 3K because I was at the Win 1600 main event. Bob Kraft asked, what percentage is going to the boxer rescue? Let's see, 1, 2, how about 100%? I don't get a penny. T-shirt company, they're not taking the boxer rescue's money. They cut me a small check for T-shirt sales. I give it right to the boxer rescue on PayPal. What's up? If you don't want a T-shirt, just give it to them directly. 25 bucks makes a huge difference. They currently have, I think, 5 boxer puppies that are having problems. Check them out on Facebook, Las Vegas Boxer Rescue. Nice first MTT win, 50K at the Win 1K tournament back in 2009, I think. Allergic to something. It's close as fuck. What are you talking about, Steve? What's 1 hour from you? I log my hands on the Note app and then relive them for the replays or on break. Other hobbies include bowling, going to fine restaurants, investing in various things, and just trying to enjoy life. Yeah, apparently foie gras is unethical, but raising chickens might be unethical. Eating eggs might be unethical. Never been to the UK. I don't care for the accents or the culture shock and the amount of travel needed. There hasn't been a good reason for me to go. Although would have liked to gone to an EPT back in the day. Ham parts. Yeah, Shane Elizabeth told me about where to get protein, but no, I don't think that's going to happen. It's July 26th, Div at Stones. Where are we at? Vloggers game. Check out Stones Gambling Hall. Yeah, probably the first vlogger to make the November 9. Shout out to Sloth Valley Organics by Stiv if you're looking for that premium green. When playing a large field MTT, you don't want to be aggressive until probably the antes kick in. Probably play more ABC pre-ante, kick it up after the antes come in because there's more to gamble for. Now you got to play in WSOP if you're in Nevada. Not really superstitious, doesn't make much sense, but you can trick yourself into believing things and that will help you in a way, just with like false confidence. Just like you can psych yourself out, you can psych yourself up. No one scrounges off me, but there are some guys that you haven't heard of that are successful players that just don't like the spotlight. Ricky, that's correct. At Venetian, the stinky one that busted right as I was calling him out was in fact Indian. Yeah, it was a weird smell. My sense of smell is just very accurate, unfortunately. It's good for food, bad for sitting next to a bunch of smelly dudes. Don't play cash. Your account's dropping. Probably going to wrap this up shortly. Let me just get through these questions. Shout out to Nick's girlfriend. Bag and tag. That term can be used in many ways. Number one use would be in a multi-day poker tournament. I love rake. The more rake, the better, because the casino needs our money and to destroy the ecosystem. Later, Will, poker starts tomorrow at 11 or 12 a.m. I don't know, main event. Almost impossible to have a positive ROI after taxes playing poker, so good luck. Politics, all a big joke. No reason to even talk about them. All rigged. Ribeye or mignon? Definitely mignon. I don't know. Tzatziki. Brown sugar is great with some bananas and some butter for bananas Foster. Do not like soy milk, but I do like almond milk. I like chips, poker chips, and chips with French onion dip. Play the lowest stakes games, Cody. Yes, cigarettes will impair your sense of smell. That's true, so don't smoke cigarettes. I don't play baccarat or blackjack. Shout out to Orange County, Michael Caruso. No. Tony, yeah, shout out, we'll ship them, but it might cost a pretty penny. But this is the only place you can get your official bag and tag, hoodie, tank top, or sweatshirt. Yep, book it. I'm in for 100. I'll be in there shortly. Don't play pits. Pits are the pits. Nick, you're going to have to say that to your girlfriend for me after you deliver. No more shares to sell for the main. Favorite YouTube channel? Yeah, I gotta love Doug Polk Poker. And Joe Ingram podcasts are good. Not ribeye, definitely mignon. I'd say I'm D minus list famous. Maybe a C plus list at Rio. All right, coming towards the end of the questions. We're going to wrap this up unless you guys got any other pressing topics. I like a lot of fish if there's no bones in it. And filet mignon is definitely my favorite steak. Feel free to buy me one if you see me. What else we got? I think I covered just about everything. Yeah, it's nice chatting with you guys. Do coaching after the series. Contact me on jeffboski.com to set up a coaching session over the phone, 1 hour, $100. Could change your game forever. Feels better to win than lose, and I can help you win. Or punt, whatever. Thanks for the good luck, Tony. I also feel a deep run. Just got to stay focused and positive. Avoid kings versus aces and set over set, and we should be good. Angus sirloin. Yeah, I'd advise against ever eating Angus. Anything made me sick. And if you take out the G, what do you got? Not going to watch Rounders again. Next vlog, hopefully up tomorrow if I got time. About to hop in this $200 WSOP 10K 25 seat scramble. Thanks, Nick. Bag and tag for life. Goemon for sushi. Kabuto, Jajanga. These are all good. Definitely South Point over Suncoast. You can bowl, play poker, get some food. All right, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Jeff Boski on YouTube. Like, comment, let the world know that what great free information I'm providing. Hopefully the channel grows and I get more sponsorship opportunities. Shout out to PokerTube for all your poker video needs. Daily drama, 3 to 5 subjects a day on what's going on in the poker world, kind of like 2+2, but with articles and narrators and shit. Didn't go to the upswing party, was busy losing multiple tournaments in the same day. I will be vlogging parts of the main event. No hole cards, not about to get banned over some shit like that. Thanks, Simon. Glad he joined in. Bag and tag Alain Leclerc. French name. Shout out to the French. Use a deodorant, not an antiperspirant, a deodorant. You have to mask the smell and prevent the smell for 12 to 24 hours. And thanks for joining. Stay tuned. Until next time, Jeff Boski signing off. Check out my interview on Poker News. Linked it on my Facebook, or you can just go to pokernews.com. Pretty funny stuff. Massage parlors, questions with a hot hostess. Maybe I should add her on Facebook. Yeah. So many possibilities, opportunities in the world. It's all about seizing them. Remember, it's better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. And we are out.